is it? What time is it? On one of the Great Pyramids. This pyramid was made like a stairway with tiers or steps. Ain't none of that in Africa. Right here in America.
Trespass the Taurus, right? The bull, they had to provide an offering. Understand the bull's ring and the bullion, the coin, and the Bitcoin of the understand offering. Understand Africa. Africa is the offering of Taurus, the bull, the heifer, the red heifer. This is why you see the Quorkoi and the Sticklepedia and this genetic trait that you find in the... Understand the offering is the heifer and the bull ring, the coin, the bullion, right, and the scepter. So Saturday, the vision, the seeing of Saturday's turn to die. Understand trespass, Taurus, trespass is the crossing, right, without the proper documentation, without being from and proclaiming who you are. As Taurus, trespass is the crossing, right, without the proper documentation, without being from and proclaiming who you are. So understand. Historic. We're talking about in the beginnings when Cain left, right, and traveled to the wilderness. This traveling in this time in the wilderness, when we look at Lent and Amanit in the Western Hemisphere, and the land of the hidden, the land of the north, and this hidden land, this land that was associated with darkness, being in this region from 0 to 144 degrees west, being now at the 120 degrees west. I can see the sun at the, when we look at this ancient capital of ancient Egypt and the city of Nekhem, when we understand the night and the darkness and the hidden land and Nekhem and the red mound and Hamera and the place across. When we look at Gemini and Hemi, Demi, and Shimi, with the Shemera, Shamaron, or Hamera, we understand the hemisphere and the summer solstice and the 0 degrees and the door to the Vulcans, the volcanoes. So you look at Tammuz, Tameri, Tamut. Understand the two kingdoms and understand Mu. So the gold rush, right, in 1850, understand the developments that have taken place in California since these people greeted with Thanksgiving Sir Francis Drake. Understanding Yalamu people were forced and baptized, alright, but understand they greeted, right, even crowned Sir Francis Drake. And understand San Quentin and the California school, the prison pipeline. Okay, so in this book here, America's Description, you see here the Yalamu, the Western people of California, alright, dealing with Sir Francis Drake, understand capital punishment in California and San Quentin, what he did. Here you have the Western people called the Yalamu. You understand the judges. Yalamu, the Western people, so you understand the Diva and the Divine Light, the Dawning, and the tribe of Dan, and the
Jungle Dude started what I started. Anybody want a problem? This is my shit. Tell them if they want a problem. I'm from High Bridge, got a nigga with a shark.
So we're talking about before Nimrod and before the biblical flood, ancient. Understand Maor, understand Mary and the Merry Christmas and the lights that you see on the candles, the golden light. Understand the golden state, the golden light. It says they were weeping for Tammuz. Understand Tammuz, Mut, death in Hebrew. You understand Mut and Ma and how paradise, right, used to be Eden, but it became death. Understand Mut. So understand the Western Wall faces the east, right, where the sun sets, where you would see and weep for the sun setting, right? So understand the West Coast and these men, right, with their face worshiping toward. You understand that the West Coast, the Golden Gate, the Golden State, the dawn, where you see the dawn, understand the tribe of Dan and the submerged continent, the submerged. Yeah, Sir Francis Drake, right, as he comes into the. We gotta understand the genocide also that takes place during this time, around the 17th and 18th century, where you have the